Alright, there we go. I think we're all set. Hello, Karar. 1, 2, 3. What are we doing numbers for? Are we counting? Good to see you in the chat. I think you're new. I don't recognize the name. Given my goldfish memory, who knows? I think I'd forget who Xavier was if we gave it a day. Like, he just disappeared for, like, you know, we'll be generous and say 2 days. I think I completely forget who he was. Speaking of forgetting, how the hell do I get down here? It's so dark! Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh my god. Howdy, Xavier. Speak of the devil. God, that is... like, hot damn! Whoo! That is purdy. Damn. Damn. What's poppin', Loki, bro? I don't know. I don't know what's poppin'. But I will say, we're gonna be sliding right into Garrus' space and try to get some nice shots of him during the fight, hopefully. And then we can be done. Why am I the devil? Sorry, the angel was already taken, Xavier. You know, I was bored, I had a guardian angel assigned to me, you know, it was kind of like, well, position's taken, so it's like, well, we still got a devil for you. There we go. That Fireleaky video did with Acer was real good. Oh, I'm glad, Nobre. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, so, like, Acer just kind of was like, driving me crazy with some of the stuff he said. And then one time he's like, hey, you want to come up and do a podcast? I said, oh, sure. I'll answer all your questions. We may as well record it with all the stuff I have to help you with. Oh, man single-handedly convinced me to do a write-up on Gale. I was like, I'll wait till after Ariandel's done, but then Ariandel was never getting done, and then Acer was, like, driving me up a wall, so it's like, fine. Yeah, I saw it too. Oh, cool. I hope you guys liked it. I, for one, found it very, very enjoyable when I was listening to it yesterday. It seemed like it came out pretty good. Alright. I think you can improve a bit your talking skills. Yeah, I felt like there was a bit... I felt I was saying ums a bit too much on that one. I've been really out of practice of talking in front of... I'm doing it now. Talking in front of Acer like that, and anybody really for podcasts and stuff. So, like, I have not been used to actually trying to make sure that I have all my thoughts sorted out. We were kind of just going off the cuff. Nope, not this way. Also, that was a Loki moment, so... Oh. Certified Loki moment. This is a good angle, right? So... go here. Man, that always sucks. There you go. This is good, right? I think this is fine. I think if I recall correctly, these guys also disappear if I kill them. Yeah. Okay, I gotcha, I gotcha. Something like this. To me, you can improve more on talking breaks between your thoughts so that you can breathe a bit, because yeah, you speak a lot real quick. Oh, that's just how I am. That's just how I am. No Bray. So that's gonna probably definitely be the toughest task to ask of me, because my brain goes at a mile a minute constantly. So really, the problem is just making sure I don't roll over my thoughts constantly when I'm trying to think while talking. The helms of the skeleton band show up on weapon piles at the Wailing Dunes. Yep, if I recall correctly, that's true. I'm not sure about Aeonia, though. I definitely know it happens in Wailing Dunes, though. I think in Aeonia, you just get the Omen weapons and stuff. I don't know about other skeleton equipment, though. I'm not familiar with any of that. I mean, you guys have to understand, like, for me, I consume, like, both podcast content or, like, basically anything that involves, like, any degree of, like, mental engagement to learn and stuff. I consume all that stuff on ×2 speed, just to give you guys, like, some idea, right? I know that's very unusual for a lot of people, but that's, like, that's the only way I'm able to, like, be able to handle, like, you know, listening to that stuff without, like, you know, getting bored, I guess would be the word to put it. I just can't stay at normal speed on any of that stuff, so... Like, for example, we're talking about the Acer thing, you talk about me, about going too fast, no Bray. For me, I had to listen to myself on ×2 speed, because I still thought I was going too slow, for me, so... just kind of gives you guys an idea, like, you know, how my brain works. For better and for worse, I'm sure. I need to start integrating I need to start integrating torches and stuff into my things more, because it really would benefit from it tremendously. My images are just, you know, don't get me wrong, I like the utility of the glowstones and stuff, but I think sometimes the bright white lighting just overexposes shots a little too much sometimes. Even when I try to get, like, distance and stuff on it. I think in some respects This just works better with the... Yeah, it looks good. Just works better a lot when you're dealing with the lighting situation, when you're trying to get them like this. Dark places, like, you know... I also think it looks more natural sometimes, strangely enough. I sometimes increase the speed too, because it takes too long for people to talk on stuff. I ain't too much interested. Yeah! Yeah, I mean, for me, it's more so just like, I already, like, am predicting half of what is going to come out of your mouth anyway, so I'd like to get around that so I can, you know, I guess, can get to the good parts that are in between all those things that I don't necessarily know about already, right? You plan on being a VTuber, Loki? No, I have no plans for that, at least now. Maybe sometime in the future or something. If you guys really support me someday, maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it as, like, a gag. Be like, hey guys, fund my VTuber model. He's just a simp. Yeah, you can cheat a lot, huh? You really cheat with some of this lighting. There's no way that this is actually... Yeah, there's no way that the light should be bouncing that much. There we go. Hey, Loki, just saw you feature in the new Acer vid. Oh, cool, Sub-Zero. We were just talking about that. Are you preparing for a podcast? I don't want to talk about what I've been, what I'm in the works with, because nothing is decided quite yet. I will say, though, I have been given a, creative offer that I'm looking forward to sharing, assuming everything works out. So please, I tell you, look forward. Look forward to something wild happening in the future. Yeah, we're gonna compare all this to the, we will compare all this to the shots that I already have and everything. Yeah, perfect. Can you look closely at the execution stacks and glaive skeletons to see if they're wearing chainmail like their beastman counterparts? Sure. This guy? Yeah, he's got a little bit of chainmail right there. Doesn't look like they have it around the breastplate, but they definitely got on the skirt area. A little bit of chainmail. That, is that a dagger? Or, no, I think that's just leather. A little bit of chainmail here. What about around their necks? They got the noose thing. Yeah, they got a bit. It's mostly obscured by the cloth, but it does exist. Spear Boy's got him a bit on the arm. So both the humans and Beastmen wear the chainmail in the same place. That's curious. Not really, because it seems rather self-evident that the Beastmen skeletons are based on the human skeletons. They just kind of swapped out some of the bone models and stuff. So I'm not surprised by that. Actually, are there any differences behind the head bones? Like, legit, are the heads the only thing that's actually different about them? I never actually thought about that. Why a noose thing for the executioners? Were they hung after doing the executions? Maybe that was the idea. It's hard to say, because obviously they're taking it on the concept art, and I don't know what was going down with the process for the concept art. Right? Like, did Miyazaki specifically say, I want a spear guy, I want a crossbow guy, I want an axe guy, and I want like an executioner's axe guy, and I want like a dual-wielding bandit type guy? I don't know. You jump to Farm Azul to check. Like, I'd rather see a side-by-side model thing, because it might be annoying for me to, like, go back and forth, like, comparing each bone just to see if there's any differences. Alright, come on, I can do this. Yeah! The funny part is, I'm not sure I strictly need to do it all the time. There we go. Loki stream again. Yep, it's always a Loki stream. It's the only difference I can recall. Yeah, like, I've never really paid attention. Like, do they have claw bones? Like, do they have, I've never thought about it. Like, legit, no idea. I'm gonna undo the stealth. We're going to... There we go. Oh. Perfect. I love how FromSoft handles enemy variations. Basically, the single enemy with multiple weapons on one or both hands, number deciding which weapon and moveset he's going to use. I mean, I'm okay with that. Like, I'd rather they save resources. Like, I've talked about this before. Like, nobody's going to question why every soldier in the army are identical twins, right? Like, there's no, like... There's no deep, you know, lore thing that anyone's going to be pondering. I better turn down the volume on my side. Sorry, chat. There we go. You check it. Garrus's eyes in the bright light. See if he's tarnished. He's not tarnished. That's a peculiar handle design for that flail. It is. It makes it's always a question, like, how much of some of these little tiny details are because of earlier concepts that got cut in development. You know, that kind of looks like the Deathbirds, you know. I will say, this kind of reminds me of the Deathbirds looking at this. It could just be randomly, like, squiggles and crap, but it kind of reminds me of bird heads. I would not judge his eyes too harshly in this lighting because you got the fire and stuff in it. I'm sure Zuli or someone, though, has in fact taken it out so you can look at the specific hue it's supposed to be from all the sliders. God, reverse. Yes, I'm not gonna be able to. I can do this. There we go. No, Zuli shows it's red. Okay, good to know. It is in fact red. Wow, I did not realize this thing looks like normal wood. I'll be honest. And looking at the menu graphic, it looked like some weird black, corrupted goop crap. But no, it's wood. want to get a shot ideally with both of them together. That goddamn, it's always the goddamn fog. There we go. Something like this. The actual flail oxidized part looks like it's a face or something. It's supposed to be bronze heads modeled after his wife and 2 children. That's the lore thing. Now, was that always the case when they were designing it? I don't know. It also, it's also described as a you know, a copper, but it's a quote-unquote red copper, right? Curiously, these look like typical, you know, more oxidized green copper type thing with, like, I don't know, looks like maybe that's supposed to just be red and not, but it kind of looks like blood to me, you know? It really does look like blood to me. Something like this, there we go. Maybe Garrus is a variant of the player's staff, like how there's the glitch for an unused Beast Champion's armor cape design. That I do not know. I'm not familiar enough with that staff to know what the hell it's got going for it. Right, like here it looks a bit more normal, but that's because it's got poor light. I'll be honest, I think concept art from like a Design Works would probably be better than whatever we got here. If Donald Trump became the Elden Lord, he would rename the Lake of Rod to the Lake of America, for real, for real. Nah, it would be the Liurnia Lake. Lake of Rod's too small. It needs to be a big, beautiful lake. The biggest, most beautiful lake. And then, look, I mean, just, have you looked at the state of Gate Town? It's been completely flooded. All of it's been destroyed. But hey, they've got some great real estate there. They could really make some beautiful, beautiful buildings. And I would know because I have in fact made some great, beautiful buildings. Some people have said the best. I've been told that no one's made more bigger, beautiful buildings than I have. Are these snakes or snails? Both. That's a terrible impression. It's not supposed to be a good one. Larry has too many minorities for Trump to praise. Well, they voted for him, so he's very happy with them, that's for sure. Accent's a bit better. Okay, that's it for you guys in chat. Okay, let me focus on this. I need to try to. Let's see. You need to be 60 or 70? That man's like approaching 80, I'm pretty sure. Like, he's gotta be old. He doesn't act or look it, but he's gotta be old. When he's using the skill, the face will be easier to capture, that's for sure. But we'll have to see about how that plays out with the skill. Something like this, right? Let's get the normal shot first before I play with the angle. Yeah, something not too much, but, you know, good enough. The flail design makes me wonder if Garrus was once related to the Golden Lineage. Yeah, I don't think so. I think he's just a regular Sellian. Or was a regular Sellian. Now, who knows? Maybe he's, like, originally from Liurnia and he and his family moved to Sellia. This is a man who's lost everything. Those are the deadest eyes I ever did see die. Just like me, for real. Just like me, for real, for real. Let's see. Yeah, I'd love if we could get the lions incorporated into the lore somehow, so... But we'll see. It still has to be, viable with what we know. Interesting. Yes! Yes! Getting the back of the heads is probably easier. Facing away. I think we need to turn him around when he's doing the... Ow! Damn. He turned literally right when I paused. What an asshole. No. No, no. I got the right idea, but... Oh! Maybe? Yeah, that one works. There we go. That should be good, right? What do the points on those crowds look like? I'm wondering if they match the Watchdogs right card, etc. Do you mean the lion crowns? I think it looks like the standard thing like you'd see like on like the queen stuff or whatever, right? Like yeah, this looks like your very typical crown. Do you think it would be weird if they made a sequel with all Demigod's children as big players we never heard of before? Because the Demigods gotta have some kids, right? I would say it would be very weird considering if they would have to explain why the hell those kids had apparently played no role in any of the events that have transpired during the Shattering or whatever, right? Like, really? There was nothing involving them, the succession, the wars they took or whatever? Like, we're just saying that they... Yeah, but don't worry, they totally just existed, right? I think that would stretch credulity. So I would want them to do a little bit of explaining. Like, I'm not asking for much here, you know, just a little bit of explanation if they would ever to do something like that, right? Because as is, it's like, I don't know if any of them have children. Oh! Damn it! I just noticed that was the... Ignore it, that's a future Loki problem. Howdy, Tyrone. Good to see you. Yeah, you get all the faces right here. Ow! Again? I'm just gonna say it right here. Clearly, they did not inherit their traits from the mom. Maybe it was from grandmama, but definitely not mama. I think that's good as far as the shots are concerned. Right, is there anything else that he does that I'm gonna really want to grab? Oh, you know what? I want to see him do Tibia summons. Oh! There's too much shit going on. Ow! Oh my god, he just does it endlessly. Also, how did that fire not hurt me? He does Rancor as well, I think. Does he? I've only seen anyone mention the Tibia summons. If he does Rancor too, that'd be cool. Can you do something with your staff? Oh my, I am standing right in front of you, man. Like I try to stop for 2 seconds. Oh, damn. Thought I could dodge a little last second there. Oh! There we go. Tibia summons doesn't have a sigil, huh? Apparently. We have potential. Ow. There we go. We gotta get rid of this. We gotta get rid of the stupid. We gotta get rid of the stupid snail. The snail must die. It destroys everything! There we go. It makes a wreck of everything! Ow! It gets me killed! They respawn from the ledge. Oh, you mean the snail does? Yeah. Ooh! Does our boy do anything to make it do that, or...? They fall down from up there? I did not know that. I thought that was just like a carryover because of the acid from patches. I didn't realize that actually had a gameplay purpose. Cool. Cool. Alright, so... all the more reason for us to kill the boy then, because then we can get a shot of the other one coming down. Neat! Hey Loki, how are Lorien and Lothric Lords of Cinders in spirit of the law rather than the word of the law? To put it in a broader idea, similar to how bosses are inheritors of fire, then the inheritors of the most powerful kinds of fire, well, in this case, you know, shards of the most powerful fire, is what would constitute a Lord of Cinder, right? So that's kind of that's how Miyazaki and crew try to get around that. It's being like, okay, yeah, he's never actually linked the fire or whatever, but we still need him to be a mandatory plot boss for the whole, you know, fire linking thing or whatever. So we'll just be like, you know, see, look at phase 2. See, they're together, you know, when they're together or whatever, their power, their heat and everything, right? Like, you know, it's just like as if they were Lords of Cinder. You know, they're basically, you know, Lords of Cinder of a sort, right? You know, it goes back to that whole DS2, you know, what is a king? Alright, Alright. Alright. Man, he really wanted to, like, hit the ground running. Does anyone know how much time it takes? Is it like a minute, 20 seconds? Like... Oh! No, unfortunate. Ow! Come on, do it! Do it! Oh. Oh! God, can I cheat? Chat, can I cheat? Can I cheat, chat? Is it possible to cheat? See, there's the snail. Oh! You're right, there's the snail. I was not even paying attention to the snail. Hello. As funny as it is to see him in this pose, I don't think this is gonna work. After the Acer bit, it made me realize how little I understand about the lanes between. Like, what are we even between life and death? I'd say at least we're between the Sea of Fog. So the question would be, is the Sea of Fog just, you know, fog on the sea, like a normal thing like that, or is there some greater significance or importance, right? Is there dimensional importance there or whatever? I guess that would be my major question. Literally the perfect moment. I don't get it. Oh. No, it's not working. Just to be safe. Between other lands is my assumption, since you can see another continent in the distance. I suppose that could work, right? Oh wait, actually, I just heard a snail snake. Where's this snail snake? Oh, there you are. I'm gonna have to add this to the analysis on the next draft. I don't think it's an afterlife land, no. I don't think that's necessarily the case. At least not in the sense that, like, it exists solely to be, like, a domain for dead people or anything like that. Especially with how it functions. Again, I could buy it's a separate dimension just because, you know, the Elden Ring and so much other important stuff is there that it, like, you know, just the by nature of all the stuff that's happened on the lanes between, it's sort of been, like, caught into this, like, weird world between worlds type of deal, right? But I don't think it's anything like, you know, this separate dimension that has, like, some specific cosmological purpose, right? I just don't get that impression looking at everything. Yeah, they definitely sailed normally, but that doesn't change the dimensional thing, right? You can theoretically sail to Lordran and stuff too, but it's also in its own dimensional space by virtue of how the time bubble stuff works, right? When I'm talking about dimension and stuff, I should be clarifying that I'm referring to any type of spatial distortion, not necessarily just, oh, this is on a different plane of existence than us, like, you know, it's completely separate, or it's some, you know. In this, I don't think of it in the same way that I think of, say, the Realm of Shadow as being this separate dimension that was conjured into existence in conjunction with the creation of the Erd Tree on our side, on our plane, in the lands between, right? I don't think it's something like that. Oh. Yeah, boy! Yeah, boy! Woo! We got the shot finally. We found the magic angle. We got the magic angle. Whoo! Beautiful. I got what you meant. I imagine it's just called the Lands Between because the time distortions, though, because I feel like it would have an actual name and not description as its title, if not. Yeah, I can see that. Like, again, I think there's something definitely going on there with just by the name alone. But I do think that there's an argument to be had that's referring to something like, oh, it's the lands between the sea, or the lands, you know, between, again, lands between, you know, the known lands, or something like that, or... It could also simply be simply like, you know, because it's like an Avalon for most, you know, because, you know, there's definitely that inspiration there for it. So there could be an idea that's kind of like an Avalon where it's like, it's kind of like in this, like, you know, pocket, much like what we have with Lordran or Lothric or Drangleic in the Dark Souls games, where yes, it's on our plane, but it's kind of also not, right? Oh, wow, okay. Good thing I got the shots I wanted. And that because it's on this, like, you know, sort of like pseudo, like in-between type of area. That's why it's called the Lands Between, right? Could be something like that too. Now our character looks like they dead in the opening cutscene. We reawoke when grace is given to us and reborn the Lands Between. Except most people travel over by ship to get to the Lands Between, as we see and learn about. So that doesn't seem very likely. I think that for the purposes of the story, they tried to abbreviate it as that, but it's supposed to be we're just one of many warriors who have died, been given grace, and reawakened, and then travel over there. Because, like, we see this with Rodrika and stuff, right? Like, she has to actually, after she becomes tarnished and stuff, she actually has to receive, like, receives things from her homeland, and they're like, we're sending you off! So, yeah, I don't think the opening cutscene is trying to say, like, we teleport all the way over there. I think it's just skipping ahead to a lot of events and stuff to, like, you know, oh, Godrick's under attack, is killed and defeated and stuff like that, and that's where we end up there. If anything, I'd say if there's a teleportation involved, it's probably teleportation to the church. Rodriguez not tarnished, so she probably didn't even die. Is she not? I could have swore that they mentioned that she specifically is tarnished. She apparently never sees grace. Oh. Fair enough, then. Alright, is there anything else I could want? But wait, she goes to Round Table Hold and stuff. No, she has to be a tarnish, even if she never saw grace. Otherwise, there's no point for her being there or being connected to the Round Table. Yeah, can all tarnish see grace? By default, they should. They lose it, though, under dubious circumstances connected to them no longer fulfilling the mission or something. So, like, I could see the argument that Rodrika was given grace and then instantly lost it before she ever had a chance to quote-unquote see it, just because she's too weak and pathetic, right? Isn't that part of her character arc? Yeah, if they ain't worthy, I don't see. Yeah, that seems to be the idea generally, is that those who, at least over the long term, prove that they are not a viable candidate to become Lord, will end up losing it, and they'll become mortal again. The priest, Corin, said that not all tarnished can see the Erd Tree. I'd have to look at the context of his statement. Because if I had to guess, he's talking about actually going up to Altus Plateau and seeing it. That'd be my gut, but I want to look at the dialogue for it to be sure. We've gone over this stuff with the scene and stuff before on this, and yeah, I know about the contrast with the two hoods. Korra never says that Tarnish can't see the air tree, just the guidance of grace. Ah, okay, yeah, okay. That makes more sense to me, then. Alright, let's go. Alright, because I admittedly do not care too much about Rodrika, so I can't claim to know intimately about all her circumstances. And Corrin, I really only know by extension of stuff I've done on Gold Mask, so... Thoughts on Bernal? I mean, I like his design. As far as, like, a character, though, like, I couldn't tell you a thing about him. I completely forgot. There we go. Stealth, there we go. Alright, so let's see. Anything else I need to grab for this analysis on Garrus specifically? Now we know about the serpents spawning in. So here's the question. Do you guys think it's the same skeleton and they just didn't want to do an animation of it getting reanimated because they only did that for the human skeletons? Or do you think he's just got like an entire like storage full of like he's got entire like little like tucked away in that corner of the cave like a whole bunch of like skeleton snail serpent pets that he's just bringing out during the fight? And just happen to run out as soon as we kill him. Apparently made to the kill of the first flame and burned his maiden only for it to do nothing. Damn, don't you hate it when you burn your Firekeeper? It's like, you gotta become Lord of Cinder, man. You can't throw the Firekeeper into there. You also know that Enya and Hugh are in the round table hole, so it's not like the round table kicks out. Yeah, but Hugh's a bit of a different circumstance, because from what I recall... he's been there from literally the Round Table Hold's creation. Like, they first threw him in there. But the Round Table Hold's purpose is mainly to support and supply the Tarnished, right? But I get what you're trying to say. If a Finger Maiden finds her, she might be desperate and warp her. Yeah, I could see that. Shame that all the Finger Maidens that we meet are either dead or trying to kill us, you know? It's like, oh darn. I guess I gotta go deal with the cannibal. Yeah, there's nothing else here that we need. I've talked about... the lake. I think I have shots of the lake and stuff here. Maybe I don't have a shot of it versus Seathwater? Oh god, it's gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna be on my level. I can't look up it. So it should be about here is where the Seathwater River ends, right? Yeah. The Seething River. What are you guys thinking? Should I angle it or should I keep it straight up? I think I should kill the, flowers first. Miyazaki enjoys his cannibal chicks with giant cleavers. That he does. He most certainly does. There we go. Eventually these things have to die. God, I hope they respawn. Who's putting all these skulls in my lake? There's a skull in my lake. Crazy that the whole cannibal chick was a player they encountered at Demon Souls Network Test and just enjoyed her concept but put her in every game. No, it comes from Demon Souls Sub-Zero. It was originally in Demon Souls. The Mildred was a character they added to Dark Souls after a network test, but it's obvious that the network test person was doing it because they were, you know, cosplaying the cannibal chick in Demon Souls' swamp, that invader phantom, right? So someone in the network test or whatever was doing that, and they thought it was so amusing about it that they added Mildred in to kind of recreate that scenario. But yeah, it was originally a Demon Souls reference. Yeah, my bad, you're right. No, it's okay, it's okay. It's easy to forget, right? Because the interview doesn't really focus on that aspect, right? That's kind of like, the implicit context behind the whole conversation, right? But it's not like something that like anyone's like talking about or anything like much, so it's easy to forget that. Oh, cool. The flower thing you're talking about? Neat. Smo Mildred. Yeah, there's also the guy who was like cosplaying Smo, right? Alright, yeah, there we go. Man, it's crazy how these trees change when you add the higher LOD, huh? Like, God, that adds so much more to this. Alright, now... Oh, God. That's the one problem with higher LOD. It makes my camera do this little, like, little seesaw motion. I don't know why, but, ugh. How you guys doing? I think they're doing pretty good, chat. I just smothered a couple babies in their cribs. I'm a good person. Elden Lord, by the way. Actually, no, technically I became, like, freaking Ronnie's Night Lord, whatever it is. I saw someone called Melania Misaki's Poison Swamp Waifu! Oh, that's so good! Oh, that is so goddamn good. There we go. Let's also do this. Yeah. As I keep saying, higher LOD is just way too good as far as getting that proper detail is concerned. itty bitty little grass. Yeah, it's a little subtler. Yeah, something like that. Can't wait for you to pop up in the star bar, the Primeval Current, talking about your divorce lore with Rodney Loki. Yes, yes, Night Rain. Night Rain is actually just a really over-the-top divorce litigation proceeding. The Night Lord's actually going to turn out to just be me, and Roddy's the one secretly backing all the main characters in Night Rain. No, but going back to the whole Mildred thing, it is amazing to me how much From Software is able to weave, you know, references and callbacks to their other titles. Some of them, like, more like, you know, plot relevant than others or things of that nature, right? You know, more relevant to their actual game's lore, but, like, it's just kind of, you know, kind of just neat. Like, they'll just kind of casually throw in, like, a random reference to something, whatever. It'll be like, it won't tie into anything. It'll just kind of be there. Right? It's like they got a binder or something, they're like, oh, God. You know, we haven't been doing enough references to Undeadburg lately. Let's make sure now we have just an entire town populated by undead that all, like, ended up in a civil war and killed each other or whatever, right? Like, and somehow they'll make it completely unique and different from whatever came before. Night Lord just Radon again. Oh my god, no. No! No! We are not doing another Radon boss fight. Lord help me. Lordy, lordy, lordy. And not the Night Lord. You go back, you. Even DS2 had a Mildred type who somehow leaves the gutter and reaches the Dragon Shrine. I remember there being a butcher knife. I'm not sure which one you're referencing, Night Scout. Though we did get a funny little, like, priestess lady, right, with the spears and stuff that ends up a Dragon Airy. He's using the Black Moon Greatsword. Let's see. It'd be so funny if Radon did show up, though, and, like, it was like, ah, yes, you see, the Night Lord took the soul of a poor, pitiful general who had been manipulated by an innocent child. And it gave him the power of the Dark Moon, or some... Oh, God, it would be... At that point, I'd just be like, okay, Radon is just somebody's fanfiction OC. Martin never wrote him. Yeah, do, like, Nox Black Moon instead of, you know, normal, like, you know, dark or full moon. Yeah, there's nothing really to showcase here, right? Like, I already have the shots of, like, Wyndham and stuff with the dead and all that. Let's see. I like to think that Radigan got the proper Moonlight Greatsword and he ruined it. I mean, I think that's pretty much what the lore is telling us. So, like, if we get a Moonlight Greatsword in the future, it would have to be some sort of, like, you know, magical recreation of the one that, Renala made for Radigan. Granted, I don't think it would be called the Moonlight Greatsword. They'd probably call it the Full Moon Greatsword or something. But I think it would be pretty obvious from the design that they would basically be the Moonlight one. Just like how we got the Dark Moon, right? Melinda the Butcher, she's an invader in the gutter and a summon at the Dragon Shrine. Oh my god, that is so funny. That I was not aware of. I'm gonna have to double check my summons then, because I do not recall seeing her in those lists. I wonder if that's I hope that's not a Dark Souls 2 only thing. That'd be so funny if she was in if she's in Scholar too. Do you think the greatest proof that R'hllana and Messmer never married is that she never gave him a special sword? Not necessarily, because she's a princess and it's supposed to be limited to queens, right? Because again, we have to keep in mind, like, there's only two quote-unquote queens who've done it. Ranni and Rennala. Those are the only two who do commit to this practice. So, I don't think R'hllana, given that she would want to be quote-unquote marrying a demigod prince Messmer in their own separate dimension. Like, I guess you could argue maybe she could have become the quote-unquote queen of the Realm of Shadows, but they don't really treat Messmer as, like, the lord of the Realm of Shadows, like the king of the Realm of Shadows, right? So, did she renounce her royalty or something? She didn't necessarily renounce her royalty. It's just she renounced her duty to the royalty to go run off with Messmer, right? She still carries herself and acts with the honor and pride of a Kari Knight. Like, a huge thing they try to make a point of is how she never really forgot her Karian heritage just because she wanted to boink the red-haired twink. It was great to see Radahn Prime, although he seemed to be just a puppet. Bad things happen to good people, I guess. Putting aside the whole puppet thing, whether or not that's true, I will say, I think it's cool that they want to show, like, Radahn, like, you know, again, like, in his prime. I wish it wasn't so that way that would be the climactic final boss. Like, please, if you really want to do it, why couldn't you save that for this spin-off? Wouldn't this be the perfect opportunity? Just redo Radahn, but make him like his younger self, and it's like, oh, it's some illusion created by, I don't know, the Night Lord in order to try to conquer us, or what. Like, oh, God. Like, again, this goes back to what we were talking about, like, in the past few streams. Like, anything but what we got for the DLC would have been better than having Radahn resurrected. Alright. Alright. I think I got all the stuff I wanted today, chat. Like, I'm not thinking or finding anything that's really good. I hope one day we'll have a good answer on these things. Like, if they're actually, like, a significant lore formation. Because we have them here, we have some in Liurnia and stuff. Like, it makes you wonder, you know? Why they exist and stuff. Ugh. Isaiah, I think the most surprising thing is how this rock formation is only, like, here. It's like, twist, 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 twist. Piccolo badly misunderstood what Build-A-Bear is about. He built a lion instead! Alright. Yeah, and then over here, it's gonna be the Everjail, these guys just standing guard, then you have the Lux stuff. Yeah, so all of this, we're not gonna get any more notable lore stuff that I could be interested in. Gelmir, again, this stuff is its own thing. Its own thing. Pretty much, there's not much here, but mostly its own thing. Its own thing. Definitely its own thing. Can maybe make an argument that maybe there could be items here, but I don't remember if there are any, like, corpses or stuff with notable items there. Still stupid? Yeah, it's always gonna be stupid. Hermit's Shack. Prison Town Church. Volcano Manor with this. Nothing in the guest hall would stand out to me. You have the Inquisition Chamber. The Temple of Eglay. Alright. Alright. I'm thinking we're gonna wrap things up. Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap things up here. Because I think I got all the stuff I wanted today. I want to focus on getting all these shots organized to potentially put into. I don't know if we have it ready by tomorrow, but maybe on Thursday I'll have the post all set up. But yeah, hopefully I'll have the time to finish up the article, you know, the final draft for Garrus tomorrow, and then with all the little changes and stuff you guys have brought to my attention, and then once we're done there, yeah, I guess I can finally refocus now on astrologers and stuff, because this was a huge rabbit hole I ended up going down in the course of trying to understand stuff with Deathbirds and astrologers, so neat. At least I caught the end of the stream. No problem, Mitch. Anyway, let's see. Yep, that's basically everything. Alright, thanks so much, guys. Bye for now.